Hi, good morning. It's Councillor Glen. I have ducked into my ward office this morning at CARDELREC because of the weather out there. It is windy, it is snowy, low visibility, a real whiteout out there, and the temperature's falling quickly. So be careful if you're out and about today. Pretty nasty weather right now. I do want to talk about the situation downtown, but before I do that, I just want to do some local updates. First of all, after I'm done here, I'll be heading across the street to Holy Spirit Parish, where there's going to be a funeral for John Curry. We learned about John Curry's death, I guess just after I would have recorded this video last Saturday. Very sad news, unexpected. John, of course, was a longtime journalist and editor, newspaper editor, involved with the Stittsville News and with the Community Voice more recently. He was a school board trustee for the Catholic School Board and an author, a playwright, a volunteer, community historian. It's hard to imagine life in Stittsville without having John around. Certainly in my role as an elected official, pretty much wherever I was on official business, John was there as well. And he's been telling stories and connecting people in our community for nearly 50 years, which is kind of incredible. One thing that stands out for me about John was he was always enthusiastic about celebrating the achievements of young people, whether it was athletic achievements or academic achievements, whatever it might be. It's something John wrote about often and gave a lot of coverage to youth in our community. So that's something that I remember about John, and also his great sense of humor. If you ever had a chance to speak with him, he had a very sharp wit and active mind for looking for humor. He will be missed, and I've heard a lot of great memories that residents have shared, and a lot of good ideas on ways to try to commemorate John as well. So I'm sure over the next few weeks and months there'll be more soon about ways that we can remember John. He certainly will not be forgotten in our community. Some updates. First of all, on the COVID front, free rapid tests are now available at a number of grocery stores and pharmacies in the community. This is a program that's offered by the Provincial Government, and this week they announced locations all over the city of Ottawa, all over the province, where you can pick up a rapid test. I'm not sure about supplies right now, but I'm sure if you visited your local store, you'll find information there. There's also information at Ontario.ca if you're looking for a list of locations, and I've shared the list of Stittsville locations on my website at glengower.ca. We were supposed to have a planning committee. One of the items on it was 6015 Fernbank. This is the Tartan lands, the lands immediately east of Caribou and Liard Street and Samuel Mann along Fernbank Road. That's been postponed to later on this month. But we're considering the zoning there, the removing the zoning exception that prevented townhomes from being built. There is information on my website if you're interested in learning more about that file. A reminder about crossing guards. So the Ottawa Safety Council is the organization that hires, trains, and manages school crossing guards, and they have a shortage of school crossing guards. So they've asked me to remind you, let you know if you know someone who's looking for a part-time job in the community. You need to be available for morning shifts and afternoon shifts when school starts, when school ends. Go to the Ottawa Safety Council website and you can find more information. And besides everything happening downtown, one of the big items at City Hall this week, we had a planning committee to look at the next approval required for the new campus of the Ottawa Civic Hospital. They're going to be building a new hospital to replace the old Civic at Dow's Lake. It's a massive project, about $3 billion. And over the next 25 years, they're going to be building that hospital to serve not only Ottawa, but everyone in Eastern Ontario. And actually, even further beyond, it'll be the main hospital for Nunavut as well. Anyhow, there was we've already approved as a city the master plan, but this week we approved a large parking garage structure. Eventually, it'll be the main parking area for the hospital, so you'll be able to park there. It's also on an LRT line and on the Carling Avenue transit route as well. But there's some urgency to it because it's where they're going to park all of the construction vehicles and contractors while the main hospital is under construction. So an important milestone, important approval to get that healthcare infrastructure going, and it'll be really one of the most important municipal projects, civic projects in the city over the next quarter century. All right, I want to turn now to what's happening downtown. It's hard to give updates because things change daily. So I just want to walk through where we've come over the last week or so. On Sunday, the mayor declared a state of emergency. On Monday, we had a special council meeting, and on behalf of the police chief, the city formally requested to the province and to the federal government 1,800 additional officers and civilian personnel. That's a pretty significant number. If you look at the current Ottawa police force, there are 2,100 officers and civilian personnel in the Ottawa police force. Chief Slowly believes they need an additional 1,800 people in order to effectively respond. So that's almost doubling the size of the current Ottawa police force. That request was made to the province, Premier Ford, and to the federal government, Prime Minister Trudeau. And the hope is that we can get additional resources from the RCMP, from the OPP, and from other municipal police services in Ontario. Also on Monday, there was the court that approved the injunction against honking horns downtown, so that was good. On Wednesday, we had another council meeting. One of the things we did there was basically cancel city business for the next week and a half until the situation downtown hopefully calms down. And of course, on Friday, Ontario enacted a provincial state of emergency, and significantly that adds blocking roads for the protest could result in a $100,000 fine or jail time. I believe it's up to a year in prison. So the hope is, I guess, that the more significant charges, fines, jail time will discourage people from remaining in these blockades, both in Ottawa and in Windsor at the border there. From a city point of view, as of yesterday, Bylaw had handed out over 1,700 bylaw tickets for things like parking and noise violations. Actually, also on Wednesday at our council meeting, or was it Monday? Anyways, we upped the fines for parking infractions and idling and noise infractions in that downtown core to $1,000. And then police so far, as of Thursday, the latest numbers I could find, they've issued over 1,500 tickets for everything from illegal fireworks to Highway Traffic Act violations like not wearing your seatbelt to fuel delivery as well. There have been 25 arrests for criminal activity, and there are 126 investigations underway as of Thursday for criminal activity downtown. Now, that's kind of the information I can share. I know a lot of people in our community are feeling anxious, perhaps scared. Your lives have been disrupted. You're feeling confused. I think you're feeling disappointed in the response from police and from every level of government. I felt all of these things too. I'm frustrated right now that I'm giving you these updates, but I don't know when this will end. I don't know what the police plan is to end it. What is pretty clear to me is that Ottawa police do not have the resources on their own to end this situation. They don't have the equipment they need to tow vehicles, remove vehicles, and clearly they don't have enough people, enough officers for this. So that ask for additional 1,800 personnel, I think, is key to this. I'm not clear, and I don't think anyone is really clear other than police, how many resources we've actually received. How many officers have we received from the RCMP and the OPP? That strength in numbers is going to be really important to ending this and also to restore a sense of safety and security for people who live downtown. But it's really not clear if or when these additional resources have arrived. I do want to thank any of the Ottawa police officers on the ground who are involved in this. I think they've been working in many cases for days and days on ends, very, very long shifts. And I want to let anyone know from Ottawa Police who might be watching today, we appreciate the work that you're doing and thank you. Incredibly difficult situation. I've appreciated the opportunity to speak with a lot of residents. You've been sending me emails, been able to set up a lot of phone calls. I've spoken to a lot of residents, a real range of of thoughts and opinions and ideas. I do appreciate the calls. If anyone's watching today and you have thoughts about what's going on downtown or questions, please send me an email, glen.gower@ottawa.ca. And if you'd like to set up a phone call to chat, I'd be happy to do that. I'm trying to squeeze in as many phone calls as I can. It's been an incredibly difficult couple of weeks. Every councillor, no matter where we are in the city, is very much engaged in trying to find a solution and provide the support we can need to residents and find a way to end this. It's gone on far too long, and it really needs to end as soon as possible. I would like to ask folks, I've heard about Stittsville residents heading downtown in support of the demonstration or occupation. I've heard about people going downtown just to have a look at what's going on. I've heard about people going downtown to participate in counter protests. I'm going to ask you to please stay away from downtown. If you absolutely need to travel there to visit a family member or for work or for an appointment, okay, but please do not travel downtown for non-essential reasons. The fewer people we have in the core, the better, and it is a volatile situation. So please stay home and do not travel downtown unless it's for something absolutely necessary. I think that's it for my updates. I'm just looking outside. I was gonna ask people, with all of the tension and all of the stress and the worry and the concern, please take a break today in some way. Unplug, don't check your social media, don't read the news, read a book, maybe get outside for some exercise if the weather clears up a little bit. Please take some time just to unplug and to take a break from all of the difficult, stressful things that are happening around us. And let's keep supporting each other. Hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you at this time next Saturday. Take care.